Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is supposed to be day 4 of my little video challenge. It's actually day 3 because yesterday I had my day off and I had a lot of things to do yesterday, and I just never got around to making a video, which is basically my fault. So I should have done it. It wouldn't take me long. I'm doing a 10-minute video. It's not gonna, take that much time, but that's what I mean by being consistent in what I'm trying to do here. Trying to show people that you can be consistent in what you're doing. But when stuff happens, like I said, yesterday I had a day off. I was very, very busy with other personal things I had to get done, everything. So it happens. Don't beat yourself up about it, because it's going to happen. You set a plan. The plans aren't set in stone. They have to be adaptable, flexible to the stuff that happens. So you just, okay, I didn't make a video yesterday, well, I'm making one now. And it's like you can move forward with what you want to do. Well, that being said, also hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can keep up to date on my crazy videos that I make here, my unedited nutty videos, just sitting in my car here, talking to my phone. But anyway, what I'm trying to do here today for this video is destroying the victim mindset. A lot of people, these kind of overlap, a lot of these videos, because it's all about mindset. It's all about how you think about things, how you look at things. The victim mindset is the always me kind of mindset. Always me. Oh, why this happened to me? Oh, I can't do this. I can't, the syndrome. I can't do this. I can't do that. Oh, I'm too old. People think they're a victim. Not necessarily intentionally doing. Most of it's unintentional, but they take that victim mentality, which holds them back, and they'll never move forward unless they break that. That you break out of that type of thinking. And like I said before, all these videos are probably going to overlap and blend together, because all has to do with your mindset. A lot of people think. Most people think they're of a victim mentality because of past things. They feel trapped in a cycle of guilt, shame, regret. People knew certain things about you, they wouldn't like you, or they wouldn't respect you, or I did this in the past, which means I can't do this in the future, or I can't do this now. My phone just got really dark. What the heck happened here? Hold on a second. Hold on. That was weird. But anyway, little squirrel syndrome. But anyway, but people think, that they get trapped in that cycle of different things that happened in the past. I know I fall into this trap a lot. Done things in the past I shouldn't have, done things in the past I could have done better. But you can't change the past. You cannot put your nose or something and poof, you change the past to make things better. You have to deal with what you have right now and move yourself forward. If there's stuff in the past that you can fix, of course, fix it. If there's family issues or financial stuff, you can fix that stuff. It just depends if you want to do it or not. But you don't live there. Your past doesn't define you, okay? Nothing defines you. What you're doing right now is what defines you. How you're thinking right now, how you're treating yourself, that's what defines who you are. It's not what you say, it's what you're going to do. That's what's going to define who you are. So basically, you take, your mistakes. Oh, it's a mistake. Redefine your mistakes. Your mistakes are not mistakes. They are learning experiences. You can relabel them as that. You learn from them, so hopefully you don't repeat them. But a lot of people, including me, has fallen into the trap of repeating mistakes because you haven't learned your lesson. Okay? But you will, and you just, instead of calling it a mistake, you just learn from it. And so you can move yourself forward. You don't always regrets and negative type of thinking will nothing but hold you back. It'll keep you in that victim mentality, and it'll just draw you in and drag you down, and you'll never be able to get back out. If you really want to get yourself out, claw yourself out of the hole that you're in, depending upon how deep your hole is, just say, you're not a victim, I'm not going to stand and take this anymore, I'm just going to do it. Don't tell anybody, just do it. Because your journey is not anybody else's journey, it's yours. Everyone's different. So if you're in like avoiding things, everyone does it. Everyone does it. Even on a subconscious mind, you avoid stuff that's you think is hard or you think it's going to harm you, but it's actually things that'll move you forward. You know, your past is not your prison. It's a platform to move you forward, in life. So, you know, so the victim mentality, just like a lot of the other things, that I've mentioned before, it is a lie. It's a lie that people get sucked into and drawn into over their lifetime, and you can get out of it. You just change the way you're thinking, even though you might be in a negative environment. Like I work for a retailer. I work in a very negative environment. People gossip, all this other stuff. But you can protect yourself from that stuff, and don't become a victim like everybody else around you. You don't become like them. You just do what works for you. Yeah, basically, it's like a mindset shift. You're shifting your way of thinking from being a victim, I can't do this, to warrior mindset, like I can do this. I'm strong enough. Now, those who are believers, you would rely on God. You would speak to God, you would pray, you would fast about this, and God would help you move forward. Those who are not believers, you can use like Stoicism wisdom, the wisdom of the Bushidos, which is the warrior way. Both, way of the samurais, the Bushido way of learning, way of wisdom, the way of moving forward in life. Like if you were a believer, there's a saying, we are more than conquerors. Stoicism would say, endure and overcome. And Bushido says, die before you're dishonored. So different ways of looking at things depending on what works for you. In my case, I'm a believer, so I rely on God for my assistance. Just like they say in the Bible, the real strength is forged in fire, not from comfort. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And I keep saying this because it's very true. Making these videos for me is not my comfort zone. Hold on. Sorry about that. There was a little phone call there interrupting. So this is not my comfort zone. This is 45 videos maybe? I don't know. I lost count. I'll go back and count them. And it's getting better, but not 100%. Like I said, I'm not consistent. I'm trying to get that consistency down. I can make the videos now. I feel more comfortable, sitting there talking to myself basically. I do all day anyway. Doesn't matter. But, it's just out of my comfort zone. I just started doing it. Getting out of your comfort zone, just writing things down. The other day I said that, just pick up a pen or pencil, write things down. No one's going to read it but you. Doesn't matter. I have chicken scratch handwriting. Nobody can read my handwriting. I can barely even read it, but I write things down sometimes, or I type them out in my notes on my phone. You have to do things that work for you, that move you forward in your life, and to dig you out of that and get rid of that lie, that victim mindset. But you can do it. It is totally possible to do it. You just have to want to do it. That's what it comes down to, wanting to do it. Well, I want to do it. Do you really? And if you really want to do it, then why aren't you doing it? People look at me like, what? If you really want to do something to change yourself or to improve yourself, then why aren't you doing it? So that being said, hopefully you listen to this whole video. Hopefully you like the video. That'd be very helpful. And hopefully you got a little nugget of wisdom out of this. And I will see you in the next one.